Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a roundabout. I would classify this as a medium-sized roundabout. We have 2 lanes, 4 exits, and I'll also show you how to add traffic lights to it so that it is also traffic light controlled, and we can even add some crossings as well. Watch until the very end of the video where we will add this into our city. Here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Begin by placing an oak leaves on the ground, and then place oak leaves all the way around that leaves. This will form a square. We then want to extend each one of the 4 sides outwards a row, which will give us a circular shape. We then want to place poppies all the way around the edge of our circle, making sure that they connect together in the corners like this. We then want to dig all the way around the outside of our poppies, making sure to form a circle with the corners connecting. Then fill that area in using lime terracotta. Next, place an alternating row of polished deep slate slabs followed by polished diorite slabs. These will extend all the way around the edge of our lime terracotta. This is the center of the roundabout. We are now going to dig around the center of our roundabout. We are going to remove 7 layers of grass extending all the way around our roundabout. We want to make sure that all of these layers of grass connect together in the corners. The first 3 rows of grass we will replace with grey concrete. The layer after that, the 4th layer, we will replace with white concrete. We will then replace the final 3 layers of grass with grey concrete. This will give us 2 separated lanes for our roundabout. I would recommend filling in each circular row of the roundabout after you have destroyed it, just because it makes it easier to form the next row. You don't have to do this, but I myself just find it a lot more simple. This is the basic structure of the roundabout complete. From here, we are able to customize it, so please do alter the roundabout to fit your individual needs. First of all, we are going to replace this solid white line that separates the 2 lanes with a dashed one. So lining up with the center of the roundabout, we are going to preserve the center block, and then we are going to replace every other block with a grey concrete. If you first of all just focus on the flat sides of our row like this, and then we will tackle the corners after, I just find it a little bit easier. There we go. So you can see that we have a dashed line except for just in the corners here. Now what I would do is I would remove this block and just replace those with grey concrete, and it looks really nice. Versus the inverse, which would be to remove that like this, it just doesn't look quite as good, in my opinion. I'm also going to just shave off the 2 corner grey concrete blocks, because in changing this kind of separating lane, we have made this part of the roundabout slightly thicker, and it's also a little bit less curved if we just leave it as it is. So we'll knock off these 2 blocks and place smooth stone in here instead. Which leads us on to this next part. We are just going to remove 2 layers of grass all the way around the edge of our road and replace those 2 layers with smooth stone. I am once again recommending that as you do this, you fill in each layer as you destroy it, because I have too many times made a really weird shape that I didn't want to have. So now we have a nice closed off roundabout with a footpath going all the way around it, 2 lanes and the center. However, what we don't have is any entrances or exits, and we have 4 options. So to make an entrance/exit, we are going to line up with the center of the roundabout, destroy the corresponding smooth stone blocks, and then destroy 3 rows to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 3 rows to the right, 1, 2, 3. We then want to extend forwards a row like this, and we are going to turn the center blocks into white concrete and the blocks aside it into grey concrete. So this is the beginning/the end of the exit. Just so that it's a little bit more apparent, I am going to destroy about 6 more rows, and I will create a dashed line in the middle and grey concrete either side. I will also extend the smooth stone beside this as well so that we have a footpath. So whilst there wouldn't always be the maximum amount of entrances/exits on a roundabout, just for the sake of the tutorial, we will make sure that this one does. But do feel free to, you can just have the 2 if you'd like. You'd probably want 2 at a minimum, but you could always just use this at the end of a cul-de-sac or something like that for turning around, so you could just go with the 1. I wouldn't recommend none, that might be a little bit crazy, but at least 1 or 2. So there we go, 4 lanes. From here, I'm just going to decorate the outside of the footpath a little bit, although you don't have to do that at all, because depending upon where this is going to be, this may not be appropriate, but for me, I'm just going to stick an additional smooth stone in each one of the 4 corners of the converging paths, and then I'm just going to place some oak leaves around. So from this point, we have a couple more decisions to make. The first of which is going to be zebra crossings, which is basically just a pedestrian crossing where if a pedestrian walks up to it, the car is meant to stop. And to achieve this, all we have to do is have some parallel white lines across the road like this, just in a dash formation, and that's a zebra crossing. You don't have to have it on every side of the roundabout or any, but I'm just going to stick them on opposing sides of the roundabout because why not? It's just kind of a cool thing to have. Traffic lights. So traffic lights are really easy to make. First of all, we need a banner. So we're going to throw down loop, open it up, place a yellow banner in there with some red dye, and we will apply the chief pattern. Lime dye in there and apply the base pattern. Black dye in there and apply the border indented pattern. That is the traffic light banner. There are 2 kinds of traffic lights. I'm going to be using one, but you may prefer this one. So we can stick a polished black stone wall on the ground, 2 black concrete on top of each other, and there you have a traffic light. Just apply the banner to the black concrete. Or you can have a hanging traffic light, which is what I'm going to use for this one. So in this case, I'm going to place the hanging traffic light before every single entrance/exit. So it's going to be here, and we are going to place on top of each other 5 polished black stone wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then extend to the right by 1 across the lanes, black concrete, and then right by 3, 1, 2, 3, place a black concrete, and then finally a polished black stone wall like this. We will then extend the black concrete down with the banners in front of the black concrete rows, and then we have, well, just a hanging traffic light. Another version is to just remove this half as well, so we do just have like the single light, but it's just hanging over like this, which also works nicely too, but I personally prefer, I don't know why, maybe it's just the shape of the roundabout or something, I personally prefer this one, and I'm going to do this on each one of the 4 sides. Also, just to add to this, wherever we have the traffic lights, you will notice that we are actually above one of these dashes. We are going to extend the left side of that dash towards the smooth stone footpath, and this kind of helps to indicate as we're driving around, as if this wouldn't do it, that we are meant to stop should we actually, hit like a red light. So we do this on all of the remaining sides. Now, one final detail that would be very cool to add to this roundabout is cars. The cars are very simple to make. I'm going to place this one right at the entrance of the roundabout. So take your favorite color of wall and place 4 of them in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add another row to the side of it. 2 wall here. Glass in front. Carpet on top corresponding with the wall. At the front, glow item frames. And on the sides, black stone buttons. And there you go, super simple car. I myself am going to dot a few of these around the roundabout. I'm going to place about 4 of them in total just because we have like 4 entrances / exits, so it just seems like a nice solid number, but do feel free to add as many or as few of these as you like. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you will now be able to successfully make as many medium-sized roundabouts in your city as you would like. However, this video is not over. We must now add our roundabout into our city. Was there any question at all where this would be going? This is of course going to be used in the newer suburbs. It just has to be here. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. If you would like to make anything else by me, please check the description below for the mini city builds playlist. We have over 100 builds in there for you to enjoy. Alternatively, the sidebar, hopefully the next upcoming video, YouTube, or just check the channel. Consider becoming a channel member today and you will gain access to a cool avatar next to your name, some unique emojis, and access to my mini city design world containing every single build that has been added to Mini City to date. This is well over 100 builds, all chronologically ordered. Java edition only. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.